everyone, this is Liz with Plant One on Me, Simple Plant-Based Cooking. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a poke bowl, but a vegan poke bowl. So we're not going to use any fish, but instead of fish we're going to use watermelon. So let me tell you about the different ingredients we're going to use. It's simple, I promise. First one is we're going to have a watermelon. We're going to use around 7 ounces if you want to make, let's say, serving for 2. In addition, we're going to use some radishes, some avocado, some, I like Persian cucumber. You could use any kind of cucumber you like, but I personally like Persian. This is sushi rice. This is brown sushi rice, and I really like that because it's slightly healthier than the white sushi rice, although you could use either one. We have a little bit of salt and pepper. I have tamari, which is a form of soy sauce. If you didn't have tamari, use soy sauce. I use 2 tablespoons, and I use 2 tablespoons of, sesame oil, and 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar. And then I also have some, I took a nori sheet, like a big seaweed sheet, and I crumbled it up. And so we have some little crumbled up seaweed. If you could buy it already crumbled up, do that, but I didn't have that, so I crumbled it up myself. That'll give the watermelon a fishy kind of taste. And I crumbled up some macadamia nuts. Okay, so that's pretty much all the ingredients. So what we're going to start with is we're going to cut up some vegetables. I'll start with the watermelon. I cut it in half. I got one of these little watermelons just because you don't need so much, but I'm sure if you got a bigger one, you could use it for other things as well. So I'm just going to cut this up, and the idea is to try to make it into some sort of shape that might look like it is fish shape, you know. So that's what you're going to do, because you know, if you think about when you get tuna, right, like a poke bowl with tuna or something like that, usually it's kind of a cube shape, I guess. So you know, we want it to sort of look like that. I think in food, a lot of times, you know, how things look make a difference. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you could try to kind of make some semblance of like a diced, you know, like this kind of, oops, there it goes, like some sort of diced thing, cubed watermelon. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfectly uniform unless you're that kind of person, which is fine, no judgment on my part, but I am not that kind of person, so I just kind of make mine however it tends to come out. So here it is. This cutting board, by the way, I'm going to show it to you. It's really very cool. Look, it has these things, so I could just do something like this, which is very nice. There's one on the other side. They're red and green, like Christmas colors for some reason, but anyhow, it certainly comes in handy because I could just not necessarily have to get a bowl, and I could just do that. So anyway, as you can see, I'm not doing it perfectly. I'm just kind of cutting it up so that it's basically cube-like, and that's that. So done. Watermelon is done. My avocado, I like to cut it like, everybody has a different way of cutting avocado. I cut mine around. Hopefully I'm able to get it apart, take out the pit, and then I cut it in half again, and I peel off the outside. So in case you didn't know how to cut an avocado, now you know. I've taught you something, so there it is. Yeah, so just cut some avocado. And you should probably cut the avocado kind of soon to when you're planning on eating this, because avocado gets funky in a little while. So, you know, if you want it to be fresh and good, just kind of cut it. I'm planning on serving this right when I'm done with this video. So there you go. All right. So there's my avocado. That's done. And, you know, you could slice it however you want. I think it looks kind of pretty if you slice it this way, like just a couple. I'm probably covering that up with my hands, so let me do it this way. If you kind of make it long and then you can kind of fan it out or something, make it look, you know, you could be creative however you want to do it, but that is how I do it. Okay, wash my hands a little. So I will cut up a cucumber, Persian cucumber. I'm going to take the end off. I want it to be thin, and my cutting skills are so-so, so I'm going to use my mandolin. I've used this in a few other videos, so it's my trusty mandolin. As I always say, please be careful so that you do not cut your fingers, because this blade is incredibly sharp. I use this when I make my vegan sushi, and if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's another good summertime dish. But anyway, here it is. It has this thingy, so when it gets small, you know, you don't have to cut yourself, and you can just keep using it like this. In case you had this and you didn't know what it was for. I don't need to use every bit. Here it is, what it looks like that. I'll just kind of put it here on my cutting board. And then I'm also going to use some radish, and I'm going to cut that the same exact way. I've already cut the ends off. I'm going to try to be careful. You know, it might be a more interesting video if I cut myself, but I just am going to try not to do it. It's getting dangerously close. You start to feel the wind of the blade stop, because I have been known to cut myself a few times. I'll do another one here. I'll start out brave, and then I will use the thingy, whatever this is called, I don't know. The not cutting yourself thingy. I have named it. It's probably saved me a few times. So anyway, good enough. Here it is. Radish. People could be all impressed that you've cut them so uniformly and perfectly like that. Okay, so there it is. These are your veggies that are cut and ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the dressing, and the dressing is with the tamari. I'm going to put it in this bowl, and also the sesame oil, and also the rice vinegar. So I'm going to put that in here. And finally, I'm going to put some of these seaweed flakes, I guess, seaweed flakes. And recently I went to the Orange County Fair, and I got this, and I really like it. And I used to have a regular whisk up until, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And this thing is really pretty cool. I don't know if you could see it, but if I put it in here, it just kind of whisks. I know I'm too easily amused to like this so much, but it's really good. So, you know, saves me some whisking motion, but it really works pretty good. So anyway, there's that. Okay. So I think it's important to say this, I use sushi rice for this, because it's really, you don't want to use just any rice. Use sushi rice. It's sticky. It's a specific kind of rice. It's actually called sushi rice. If you go to like an Asian market or any market, look for it on the label, sushi rice. Okay, so now it's assembling. Make it look pretty. So you know, you'll kind of put out some avocado, a little piece of watermelon on there. Okay. You know, you don't have to get neurotic, but you could just make it look, you know, pretty. I don't know, maybe I'll move the cucumber over here. So, you know, you want to wow your friends and family. Just have them ask for your autograph when they're done eating over or something. Okay, we'll do the watermelon or the tuna, the fake tuna. See, it's looking nice so far, right? And the radish. Just kind of put that in here. We eat with our eyes too, right? So it should look nice. Yeah, it looks pretty. Okay, and then we'll put some macadamia nuts, maybe in the center or everywhere if you prefer, whatever you like. If you love macadamia nuts, it just does help and add nice flavor to it. Wash my hands. Okay, and this is the dressing that we whisked, and we're just going to pour that over. And because you're using the seaweed flakes, you could see some of them in there still. It's going to give it a little bit of a fishy taste, which is what you want, because that's what a poke bowl is. So there it is. So guys, here it is, poke bowl. So enjoy. Let me know how you like it, and happy cooking.